The story is heartbreaking. Three young Afghan cricketers have been killed near the Pakistan border. They were not soldiers, they were not part of any war. They were just boys with dreams, playing the game they loved. The airstrikes happened in Paktika, a province closer to the Pakistan border. Reports say Pakistan's Air Force carried out the bombing, claiming it was targeting militants, but what really happened? Civilians were hit. Among them were these three young players who had just finished a friendly match and were returning home. In total, at least 8 people were killed, including women and children. And in a country already torn apart by war, this was not just another headline. It was a direct hit to Afghanistan's heart, to its spirit, its youth, and its passion. When the news broke, people across Afghanistan went silent. The Afghanistan Cricket Board issued an emotional statement expressing deep sorrow and grief and directly blamed Pakistan for what they called a cowardly attack on innocent people. For a nation that breathes cricket, this was personal. Names like Rashid Khan and Mohammad Nabi, who are loved by millions around the world, came forward immediately. Rashid wrote, "I'm deeply saddened by the loss of lives in these airstrikes. This is immoral and barbaric." Imagine that for a second. A player who plays in India, who wins applause in every IPL stadium, is sitting somewhere grieving, not just as a sportsman, but as an Afghan. For boys who could have been the next Rashid Khan or Nabi. Those three players were traveling by road after a match, laughing, chatting, dreaming maybe of playing for the nation one day. And in a few seconds, everything ended. No warning, no chance to run. That's the thing about war. It doesn't always hit soldiers. Most of the time, it hits people who just wanted peace. After the tragedy, Afghanistan's cricket community took a strong stand. They decided to boycott all upcoming matches against Pakistan, which is very valid, including the planned T20 tri-series with Sri Lanka. Think about how powerful that is. Afghanistan doesn't have the kind of money or big sponsors like BCCI or the ECB. They play every match for survival. Every tournament helps the cricket board financially. But even then they said, no, we will not play with a country that kills our players. This isn't just about cricket, it's about dignity. It's about saying some things are more important than the game. Many Indians online have raised a similar question. When Russia invaded Ukraine, the world banned them from sports. No Russian flag in the Olympics, no anthem in FIFA. So why is Pakistan still treated normally? The terrorist nation, even after repeated attacks across borders. When bombs fall on innocent people, when cricketers die instead of score runs, shouldn't the world react the same way? That's the question Afghanistan is asking, and honestly, it's a fair one. If you look deeper, this isn't the first time Pakistan has done this. For over a year, Pakistan's Air Force has been striking Afghan border villages claiming to target terror camps. But the truth is, most of these areas are poor settlements, not militant zones. The Afghan Taliban, which was once backed by Pakistan, is now openly angry. They're calling Pakistan's actions a violation of international law and betrayal. So now the two sides, once so close, are turning into enemies. Pakistan thought it could control Afghanistan, but it has backfired badly. And when trust breaks between neighbors, innocent people pay the price. Cricket fields are turning into battlefields, and that's a tragedy no one should ignore. Globally, very few leaders have spoken about this attack. It's almost like everyone is looking away. Maybe because Afghanistan doesn't have oil, maybe because it doesn't have big allies. But on social media, people are not silent. Thousands are tweeting with hashtags demanding justice and calling for sanctions against Pakistan. Afghans living abroad are sharing pictures of the three players, their jerseys, their faces, reminding the world that they're just kids who loved cricket. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, the government has tried to justify the airstrikes as anti-terror operations. But here's the simple truth. If your bombs are killing unarmed athletes, women and children, then it's not counterterrorism, it's cowardice. And the world should call it that. This entire situation is part of a much larger geopolitical mess. Pakistan wants to show strength because it's under pressure from all sides: economy, politics, borders. It blames Afghanistan for harboring militants. Afghan blames Pakistan for destabilizing its peace. And caught in the middle of this blame game are ordinary people, like these cricketers who just want to live their lives. Even Donald Trump, when asked recently about the situation, admitted that Pakistan attacked Afghanistan. He said he wants to stop wars and save lives, though his comments were vague. Still, the one line was an important acknowledgement because it confirmed who started this particular round of violence. But the real problem is every time one side bombs the other, trust dies a little more. And no amount of political statements can bring back the young lives lost. You might be thinking, well, why India care about all this? Here's why. The country like Pakistan can so easily use airstrikes on its neighbor. What stops it from trying something similar near our borders in India? Thankfully, India is strong politically, economically, and militarily, and it will give a hard time back to Pakistan if he tries to do something like this. We have a professional air force, advanced defense systems, air defense systems, and a stable government. And that's exactly why India is in the same position as Afghanistan. We can defend ourselves, our country, and our people. We can strike back hard if needed. But it's also a reminder of how dangerous Pakistan current mindset is. It's unstable, unpredictable, and desperate. And desperate nations often make reckless choices. At the end of the day, this is not just a political story, it's a moral one. 3 young men died, and cricket bats in their bags, not guns in their hands. If the world ignores that, what message are we sending? That it's okay for powerful countries to bomb weaker ones and then call it security? That sports, peace, and innocence don't matter anymore? Afghanistan's players have done what many powerful nations couldn't. They took a stand, they refused to pay. They said, we won't share a field with the people who killed our brothers. And that is real courage. This is not just Afghanistan's pain, it's humanity's failure. When cricket players die in bomb blasts, when borders replace playgrounds, when silence replaces outrage, something is deeply wrong. The world often says sports bring people together, but here, even sports couldn't save lives. And that's what makes this tragedy so painful. Afghanistan's message is simple: stop bombing us, stop calling it strategy, stop killing our future. Because every young player killed is not just one life lost, it's a dream destroyed. And when dreams die, nations lose hope. So tonight, as you scroll through the news or watch match highlights, remember those 3 names. They were cricketers, not soldiers. They didn't pick a fight. They just wanted to play the game. And for that, they paid the ultimate price. This is not just about borders or politics. It's about humanity, Pakistan. And if we stop feeling the pain of others, then maybe the real war is already lost.